Ew, you stink. Your brain is just like on edge. She does not like to be held like a baby anymore, and it's so sad. She keeps smiling at me. She knows I'm talking about her. My baby is so smart. I do smoke weed from time to time. I just love you.
The truth.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna be doing a video today all about tips and things you need to know being a first-time mom, because seriously, Lord knows, the first thing I did when I found out I was pregnant was go to YouTube. I still have not filmed a postpartum video. Well, I did. I actually filmed it twice. But as I was editing both of them, I don't know, sometimes they don't turn out the way that you wanted them to. So I've literally deleted all of the footage from both of those times that I filmed, and I'm gonna film another one soon. But I wanted to make this video first because I feel like the majority of what you guys want to know are tips and specific targeted questions, and not just like the general idea of postpartum. Does that make any sense at all? Wolf is taking a nap right now, and she's actually been asleep for a while, so I'm really nervous that she's gonna wake up soon, but I'm gonna get as much as I possibly can before she wakes up and wants the boob. I'm gonna start with this question just because this is one that somebody messaged me this morning, and this is what gave me the idea to make this video. She asked me what pump I use, how much milk I get when I pump, anything pumping related. My tip for pumping and for your breast pump, firstly, make sure that you look into your insurance, because almost every insurance will cover a breast pump. It might not be like the best one. Like, I just have the Medela, I think it's called like Pump in Style, and it's not like a new one, it's not like a wireless one, like it's like a heavy duty big box that you carry around, but it works. And I didn't have to pay for it because pumps are somewhat expensive. I actually really like it. I don't mind it. It's just things like that, you know, first-time moms just don't have a clue. And somebody else told me that when I had no idea. So when I pump, it is different every time. It depends how long it's been since I've pumped. I usually get about anywhere from 2 to 4 ounces on both sides. It just depends on how long it's been, how engorged I get. It also, I've noticed, depends on how much water I drink and how many calories I get in a day, because it's so important, and I'm so guilty to this, but I don't have time to cook meals for myself. And so I don't eat and intake as many calories as I should be, especially for a breastfeeding mother, because you burn hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of calories every time that you feed her, or him, whatever, your child. It really depends on your body and how long you go in between feedings and all that kind of stuff. It is very difficult for me to pump when I'm with her, because if she's hungry, I'm gonna feed her, and if she's napping, I'm usually doing a lot of other things than pumping. I like to pump the same time that I would feed her. So say I leave for work at 3:30, I will pump at work anywhere from anywhere from 5:30 to 6, because I like to keep that 2-hour window. If I do go any longer than that, I will get a little bit more milk, but you also want to be pumping the same times that your baby would be feeding, because you want your milk to always be produced at the same time. It's okay. Hi, chunky girl. Hi, mommy's girl. Oh, good bird, baby. I was hanging out with my friend Sam last night, and he was telling me about how using baby talk with babies is actually better for their brain development and their cognitive development, because you like draw out your syllables and your vowels, like hi baby, hey, no. It helps them learn at a pace that they should be learning at. I don't know if that makes sense, but he's also a dad. He found that out, and he just thought that was the coolest thing, and I was like, oh my god, thank you for telling me that, because when I'm around people, sometimes I'm like, okay, McKayla, like, tone it down a notch. Hey, what's the problem? No. Yeah, is that funny? Somebody asked, how do you cope with frustration towards your bub or in general? Oh boy, I smoke a lot of weed. No, I'm just kidding. I literally hardly ever even smoke anymore. I was just talking to my friend Sam about that because he actually started smoking CBD weed. Like the one that we smoked last night, I think it was like 0.3% THC, which is crazy. It's legal. It's like you get all the good benefits of smoking without being high. It's incredible. It's the coolest thing ever. I feel like I can still function because now when I smoke weed, I get ridiculously high. I was really open to trying this CBD stuff that he had last night, and we smoked a whole joint of it. My entire body just 1,000,000% relaxed and chilled me out, but I wasn't high. It's something that I feel like all moms should look into, because then he also left a joint for me last night to smoke today, and I just smoked it before this video. Do I seem high to you at all? Your brain has CBD receptors naturally, like you're born getting or reaping the benefits from that. So it's really cool. Anyway, to answer your question though, I do medicate. I do smoke weed from time to time. It chills me out to the point of no return, and it just makes me realize, like, no matter how much she cries, no matter how much stress I have, no matter any negative or like overwhelming emotion that I have, it just stabilizes my mood 100,000,000%. If you would like more information on these things, please go to my question highlight on Instagram, because I did talk about breastfeeding and smoking as well. But to answer your question, how I deal with it, that's how I deal with it. But I also remind myself all the time, it is all gonna be so worth it. When she says to me one day, "Mom, I love you," oh God, I'm gonna start crying even just thinking about it. And what you're doing is such a selfless act of love, and you would do anything for your baby. So I'm not gonna lie, sometimes they just cry because you don't know why. You don't know why. And it can be very, very frustrating, especially on top of already not getting sleep. Your brain is just like on edge. You can only care for your child when you are at your 100% best self. If you just need for a second, she won't stop crying. You just need to lay them down, take a breather, take a chill pill, go to a different room. You know that they're okay. You know that they're not dying. You just need a second. Do that. Take a second for yourself. And it does not make you a bad parent. I promise you, it really doesn't. Because think about like shaken baby syndrome. Some parents, those parents that happens to, they get so frustrated and so overwhelmed, and they let their emotions get the best of them because they don't just walk away and take a breather. And I know this is like kind of a sensitive subject, but it's true. And sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. The well-being of your child completely reflects from the well-being of you and your mental health. So if you're stressed out and freaking out, your baby's gonna be stressed out and freaking out. So take a breather, go to a different room. It's gonna be okay. You're strong and you've got this. If you need to go outside, hit a joint, or whatever it is that you do to relieve your stress, just do that in healthy ways. You know, because it's not healthy to shake your baby, obviously. It's not healthy to yell at your baby. Sleep schedule. I think the #1 tip for a sleep schedule with a newborn is to not have one. They are going to sleep when they feel like it. They're going to be awake when they feel like it. Don't force it. Don't get frustrated with yourself or with your baby, because they are on their own damn schedules. I've noticed that since I've never had like really a schedule with her, a sleeping schedule, she actually kind of developed one on her own. She knows when it's nighttime. She knows when it's time to wind down and go to bed. She also takes like 3 or 4 long naps a day, maybe even more than that. Like she definitely takes at least 2 long solid naps and just cat naps here and there. But no matter what, she always sleeps through the night. So just know that it's okay to not have a schedule. Speaking of, oh, Peanut. How long did you wait before taking baby out? Honestly, she was out going on walks and stuff when she was like a week old. We have like the Even Flow, the Pivot travel system, and are you looking at me? The stroller, you can actually, like, it has like a bassinet attachment, and she slept in that, and she really loved that when she would go on walks in her stroller. What are some newborn essentials? You know what's crazy is that like we didn't even really use any of the stuff that people said we would need to. The only thing that I've like really loved and used is the Nose Frida, for sure. The Earth Mama diaper balm. the Earth Mama nipple butter. That's not really a newborn essential, but I use that every single day when I first started breastfeeding. What other newborn essentials? She did really like her Rock and Play in the beginning, but now, like, I have it put up now because like it moves too slow for her. She just doesn't like it. Now she's really into her swing. She loves her swing. My mom actually gave it to us. It's a Graco one and it goes this way instead of like front to back. I'm definitely gonna do a newborn essentials video because I need to like go through all of my things and look and see what things we used the most. But I'm kind of a minimalist when it comes to baby things. I just feel like you don't need all the extra shit that everybody says that you need. You just don't. Period, point blank. That's it. You think so too? I keep getting a lot of questions about how do you deal with lack of sleep? Should newborns be put on a sleeping schedule right away? Definitely talk about sleepless nights when it's impossible to soothe your baby. You can't change things sometimes, but you can change how you deal with things and how you react to things. And I just think it's really, really important to realize, like, you guys, I have been doing this on my own from basically day one. I've been sleeping with her alone every night since then. So I'm the only one that gets up with her. I'm the only one that takes care of her when she wakes up in the middle of the night. And she's a pretty good baby. I know that like other moms have it way, 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 way worse. But of course, I have not had a single full night's rest in 3 months because towards the end of my pregnancy, I was waking up every couple hours to get up to go pee. I have not had a single solid night's rest in forever. And you almost forget what it's like. You forget what it's like to sleep in. It just becomes your life and it becomes your reality. You can either be upset about it and be frustrated with it all the time, or you can just realize that that's just the way it is. She keeps smiling at me. She knows I'm talking about her. When I wake up in the middle of the night, I just see her face and I'm just like, I'm not even mad about it, you know? Of course it's hard when she won't go back to sleep because it's like, oh my God, I just wanna go back to sleep. Or like in the morning when she's like up and ready to go and you're just like, not yet, not yet, baby. Also, it helps too that we sleep in the same bed together because when she does wake up to eat, I just plop her right on the tip and I fall asleep while she's nursing and then she falls back to sleep. I think that when you also start doing the same things over and over, to go back like on the sleeping schedule thing, that's what ultimately puts them on a schedule. We've done the same thing every single night. Like she wakes up, pull her over to me, put her on the boob and I fall back asleep and she eats, gets full and then falls asleep. It's been like probably a week and a half where she's been sleeping completely through the night. She wakes up just earlier because she like hasn't eaten all night, you know, so she like wakes up hungry and she wakes up like anywhere from 6:30 to 7, but she goes to sleep by 11. She's knocked out by 11 p.m., which is amazing. She's only 2 months old. But I really think it's just because we've been doing the same thing over and over that she just like, her body knew to be on this type of schedule. So I don't know, all babies are different too, like you just never know. She is so smiley right now, you guys. I want to move the camera, but I don't want to move the camera. All right, fine, I'll move the camera. Say hi, baby. Hi, princess. Mommy's girl. You look so pretty. Say hi. Ooh, that dimple. I want to eat them. Okay, I don't really know if this is where the camera was, but it's where it is now, okay? Like I was saying, also just don't have any expectations, because I for sure thought too that I was gonna have a lot harder of a time than I do. That was when I thought that I was gonna be with Gerald too. So I was anticipating us to even be like trading off, you know? I don't, and I haven't, and I'm still like doing fine. Are you doing fine? Yeah. Oh! Let me see. What, baby? You're so active right now. Wow. Wow. Can you stop pulling my hair? Thank you. This video is not how I expected it to go at all, but it's fine. This is fine. Okay, how do cloth diapers work? Well, I'm definitely gonna do a whole other video tomorrow on my cloth diaper routine, but it depends on, I will say this, it depends on the type of cloth diaper that you get, because there are, I think, 3 different kinds. There's like pocket diapers, all-in-one, and then, shit, what's the other one? I don't even remember if there's another one. There has to be another one. I don't know, but we use the pocket diapers. If you want to know before I get my cloth diapering video up, because this one will be up first, go to the last video that I posted before this one. I'll put a little right there so that you can watch it, but I showed like a little clip of me putting all the inserts in my diapers. The cloth diapers that I use too are amazing in every way, but they're also really cool because you can use them from the time that they start fitting in them, which is 8 pounds all the way up until potty training, until they're done. Like, you can literally use the same exact diaper. Hang on, I'm running out of storage. Stay tuned for my cloth diapering video because I am going to include so much information, and a lot of information that people don't. Ow! Ouchie! Really? Okay. Fair enough. Were you guys trying to get pregnant and tracking your cycle? So what? Dang. Tell me about it. You heard the girl. I don't know how that's a tip. This is becoming more of like a Q&A type of thing, but it's fine. Do you exclusively breastfeed? So I do exclusively breastfeed, but in the past week, it's really hard. Like I was saying earlier, it's really hard for me to pump when I'm with her because it's like, when I'm with her, if she's hungry, I'm gonna feed her, you know? Like, I don't have time to pump. So it does get really difficult, and when I go to work, sometimes I don't have enough milk pumped for my Grammy when she watches her. So, ouch. So I did purchase formula just to kind of supplement her on the days that she would run out of milk. She was fine the first time we gave it to her. Well, the first time my Grammy gave it to her, she was fine, but then she ended up having a reaction to it. She like projectile vomited, and I was freaking out. That's a whole different story, but I asked my doctor about it, and unfortunately the doctor I go to, like, I'm probably gonna end up trading pediatricians. Like, I love my doctor. He's very old-fashioned and he's like cool, but the nurses that work there, I don't know. Like, I'm a very like natural remedy type of gal, and they want to like immediately for anything and any problem. They're like, okay, we'll write a prescription for this freaking just unnecessary chemicals that my baby doesn't need, you know? I'm gonna look into new doctors anyway, but they did suggest, when I told them about her projectile vomiting, all they did was suggest a different type of formula. And the formula I have was very expensive. It's like one of the best organic brands you can get. Yeah! When I talked to my mom about it, she actually suggested, because my mom has 8 kids, she knows what she's doing, and my mom was like, what you need to do is just water it down a little bit and dilute it so that her stomach doesn't freak out when you give it to her. When my Grammy did that, when I was at work, she was fine. She's never reacted to it since. We don't give her the formula if she doesn't need it, and it's only on the days that I work. And this was something that I was so against. I was like, I'm not feeding my baby formula. I'm not gonna do it. But when you're a single mother, a working mother, it is very hard to get milk like pumped. I really didn't have a choice. I had to like leave work early some nights because my Grammy ran out of milk, and you know, she didn't have anything to feed her. Anyway, okay, I'm just gonna answer a couple more. My favorite clean products that I've used with Wolf so far, like I was saying earlier, definitely our diaper balm, our nipple butter, the Burt's Bees shampoo, and the Burt's Bees body ointment. That's basically our replacement for Vaseline. What else do we use, baby? We use the Dr. Bronner's baby soap, Castile soap for everything. I honestly don't really like the Dr. Bronner's baby sugar soap. I thought I was gonna like that one, but I don't. It kind of dries her skin out, and it makes her hair feel weird too when I used to wash her hair with it. Why are you making that face? Why are you making that face, baby? You crack me up. She's like, Mom, get away from me. I am almost crying. You're so funny. Quit that. Probably the best tip that you can hear from somebody. Find what works for you. and do not let anyone tell you that what you're doing is wrong. You know what's best for your baby. Don't feel intimidated by other mothers, like especially when you go out in public. Like, it's okay, babies cry. Don't Google too much, don't look into things too much, just go with the flow. Being a mother is a very natural and instinctive thing to do. If you worry too much about it, your kid is going to grow up being a worrier just like you. I promise you, I can promise you that. I am a very, very carefree and like just go with the flow kind of mom, and it has worked for us so well. And she is such a carefree baby. Like, your babies feed off of your energy way more than you think. Yes, I'm making this video because I do want to help all the first time moms that like ask me questions, and I was in your shoes and I had no idea what I was doing. So I'm obviously gonna make these kinds of videos for you guys, but just because something works for me does not mean it's gonna work for you. All of the tips that mothers give you are just things that have worked best for them, but maybe that doesn't work good for you, you know? Like, come up with your own ideas, come up with your own solutions. Like, just take what we say as an idea and something that you can try, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But this is what I found best to use for raising my daughter. I don't know, I just think that it's really important to like not think too much and care too much about things that don't really matter. New moms get tons and tons and tons of advice, and some of it is good, some of it's not, some of it's unsolicited, and some of it is. But something that a lot of people told me was to nap when my baby napped. That was like almost the word, like just not good advice that somebody could have given me, because when she's napping, that is my most motivated time to get things done, and I can't imagine taking a nap when she would take a nap. I mean, of course, like in the very beginning when I had just given birth, I was exhausted, like my body was still trying to figure out like how to deal with running on little to no sleep. So yes, I did nap sometimes, but I still didn't really nap that much. But now it's like she's down, I have a whole list of things I gotta get done today. So like that's a perfect example of advice that may work for some mothers, but it just didn't work for me. Something else that I want to say too, because this is something that I've struggled with up until like kind of recently, you are still killing it. Even if your house isn't clean, if you have a lot of laundry to get done, if you're late to everything, if you don't have time to make dinner, if you're eating fast food all the time, you are a phenomenal, fantastic mother. Your piles of laundry and all that stuff, that just goes to show that your number one priority is your little babe. First of all, you just gave birth. You inhabited another living human inside of you for almost a whole year of your life, which is not easy, trust me. And then you go through labor and giving birth and going through the worst pain of your life, and now you're being a mother. You're actually raising another human being. Honest to God, there is no other breed like mothers. Like, we are a very special kind of individual people. So just remember, being a mom isn't easy, and you're doing it. So that's all that matters, and don't let anyone ever tell you different either. Another tip that I would suggest for first-time moms is to not buy a lot of brand new stuff. I think it's so important, first of all, for the environment to like reduce, reuse, and recycle. Buying new clothes and like buying all new toys and like all that kind of stuff. Like, if you don't really care about the world and the environment that much, I know you care about how much money you spend. You can buy pretty much anything secondhand. Your kid's clothes are gonna get dirty. Half of her onesies and stuff are stained from poop. It happens. Babies are not clean all the time, are you? So definitely buy things secondhand as much as you possibly can. You don't need all the new stuff. You just don't. You really don't. All right, well, this video, it just didn't really turn out how I was expecting it to, but it's fine. It's fine. You know what? That's mom life, isn't it, Wolf? She's getting really fussy, so I'm gonna have to call it to an end at this point. But if you guys do have any other questions that I didn't get to, just leave it in the comment section, and I for sure will let you know what my personal opinion is on the matter. But as always, thank you guys so much. Don't forget that I'm going to be posting my cloth diapering routine this week, probably like 2 days after this video is up. Turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when that comes out, because that's like the #1 requested video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and if you want to see more, and I will talk to you guys later. Say bye, Wolfie. Say thank you for watching. We love you. All right, we'll talk to you guys soon.